Y'all, I need someone to talk to because my mom is tired of hearing my stories because I go in and out of British accents ever since I was fucking talking. Basically, I wanted to talk about Winx Club because I binged watched it like 2 days ago and no one's watched it because everyone thinks it sucks, and it doesn't really suck that badly. It wasn't kind of the vibes that I got when I was in my cousin's basement after I immigrated to Canada eating Fruit Loops with rats all around. Anyways, there wasn't rats all around, I'm exaggerating. But if we let go of the fact that it was our childhood show and just like see the show as it is, just having the characters that we love, except some of the characters were missing, it's actually a decent show. If you haven't watched it, there's some spoilers in this video, so if you want it to get ruined for you, then keep watching. If you don't, then watch it first. But a general overview. So basically, Winx Club is a story about a girl named Bloom who doesn't know that she's a fairy until something happens in her world that kind of shakes her up. So she gets taken into this school called Alfea, which is in another realm from the original realm that she was in. I think it's the other world, something like that. I don't really remember. But in doing so, she meets new people, she has enemies, she has a love interest, of course, and it does make me feel heavy whenever I watch it, unlike Winx Club, which always like enchantix. Like, I swear I can bop down to that song in the club. I will lay down my throne and bop to that. Anyways, I wanted to talk about the characters one by one. I'm probably gonna forget some because some characters were oh my gosh, I forgot Stella on my list. So first of all, I have Musa. I don't know why Musa is the first one on my list, but she gave me such Shane Dawson, I'm an empath vibes.
I've learned I'm an empath, right?
But you know, at least she has the power to back it up. Like, she knows what people are feeling. And I understand what she feels when she feels like her powers aren't really useful and she's just like the defense, if that makes sense. She wants to be the offense. She wants to be like rah, da, 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 da. Or like Aisha. I really liked her storyline actually. When I was first looking at the promo pictures, I was like, how is that Musa? First of all, isn't Musa Asian? But if we look past that, which I know it's kind of a lot to look past, but the actor who plays it is very cute. She carries the vibe of just like a chill person that does feel what everyone's feeling around her. And I like how she is roommates with Tara, who feels a lot of different things, and I liked how her entire storyline was kind of developed. But who the fuck is Sam? When did that come into the equation? Because I feel like he's this variable that came out of nowhere, and I'm just like, why are you confounding the story? Why are you adding a third variable? I don't understand. But Sam's a cutie. We almost lost him, but he got through it, so I'm proud of that. I kind of liked how they did that entire you have to kill the burned one that attacked the person that you're trying to save. It's like that game in elementary school where you'd get like tagged by a dodgeball, but then in order for you to stand up, the person that tagged you had to get hit, and like everyone was rooting for that person and you just felt helpless when he was the only one standing, and then he would just look at you just like haha ha. So next off we have Bloom, and I don't know why I didn't start off with Bloom because she's the protagonist and she used to be my favorite character in the cartoon one, but in this show I think she was underwhelming. She gave me a lot of Bella from Twilight vibes, which I love Twilight. Don't even get me started on Twilight. My homies know how much I love Twilight. I do that once a week. And I don't understand what led Sky to choose her to walk beside in the first day. I feel like that was just lazy exposition. I feel like they were just there was not even a meet cute. It was just like, hey, I'm walking down this, he's like, hey, I'm walking down the school courtyard, and then this cute guy named Sky just walks up. And of course that introduces drama, because what are the odds that the guy that she's talking to is the ex-boyfriend of the girl that I'm going to be roommates with, who's a year older? I think that's just lazy exposition. I think that the producers should have been like, oh, look, I dropped my apple. And then Sky's like, oh, I'm a specialist. Let me get you that apple. Let me get you that mother freaking apple. But no, it was not like that. It was underwhelming. I don't understand why they talked or what they talked about. I don't remember any of their conversations, to be honest. Can we talk about that transition when she like unlocked some fairy powers with the wings and stuff? That was so underwhelming. I remember the amount of agony that I went through waiting for Bloom to finally get her enchantix. And I know that it wasn't like the first transition, but I think that it was such an enchantix moment when she was like, I'm going to channel all my powers. There was no spice. It was just like her floating, and the wings were so underwhelming. Like, and she didn't even get a cute outfit. Like, those are my favorite parts as a child because I was like, okay, their waists look snatched. They have that little pouch. Where was the pouch? Where was the mother truckin' pouch? I don't understand. I just get heated. Like, it was really underwhelming. There was no music. There was no enchantix or nah 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 nah. I know what you guys know. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. My general overview of Bloom, she's cute. She's like overly angsty, which I understand because she's a changeling, which, where did that come from? I thought changelings were just like, haha, I swapped your baby. But apparently it's like an evil, wow, she's a changeling. She's dangerous. I don't know why she's dangerous. I don't understand. So I really don't understand that storyline with, what is it called? Fort Lauderdale? Lauderdale? Afterdale? Riverdale? The realization has hit me. Let's talk about Tara. And she's a cutie, but I found her to be so naive and annoying. Like, first of all, why did they change her name from Flora to Tara? I don't understand. Like, is there gonna be an entire backstory why she's named Tara? And why is Sam named Sam? Like, if you're gonna name your daughter Tara, why would you name your other son Sam? So you're telling me someone gave birth to this girl and was like, when she's older, she's gonna plant plants? And then had the audacity to name her son Sam? I can't get over that. I think that's the biggest snub. His name is fucking Sam. I'm sorry if your name is Sam. It's not the name. It's just the audacity. That Tara's name is Tara, which is like her powers. But Sam's name is Sam. Who the fuck is Dane? Who the heck? What the heck? Is Dane okay? Like, I feel like Dane is such a flat character. There's like, I don't feel attached to him. I don't care that he was brainwashed. I don't care that he got like taken up. I don't feel attached to many of these characters actually. Now we're gonna talk about Beatrix. She's low-key my favorite character. Like, damn, the way she walks, she's like history. Yeah, that scene with Riven and the apple in the courtyard. The tension, the angst. That was a scene that I've replayed 4 times because I was like, this is lively. But she's my favorite character, hands down. She makes me feel something in this show. She makes me feel something. Riven, underwhelming but hot. That's it. Stella, I think Stella was like, to be honest with you, I think Stella was kind of underwhelming. I don't understand why she came back and she had this entire epiphany that we didn't go through with her, so like, it came out of nowhere. Like, she had this entire epiphany where she goes up to Sky and she's like, I know that we should have broken up. We're codependent at best and toxic at worst. Like, where did that come from? I think that we needed something to warrant that change because it didn't make any sense when I watched it. I was like, well, why is she flipping the switch all of a sudden? It kind of makes you not trust her. Like, what if she just, like, turns around again and she's like, Bloom, I hate you. I'm gonna scream for this part because Farragonda deserved better. Can we just talk about how they like did that entire freaking exposition and like their entire background story and like how she was like gonna protect the girls from the freaking Rosalind girl, and at the end of the fucking season her neck just snapped. Her neck just snapped. Like fucking, are you fucking kidding me? After that entire scene with Bloom where she's like, can I have a hug? And she's like, I can't believe I've gone to this place where it's like, people have to ask me to hug them, you know? That entire fucking scene messed me up because I was like, that's so true. Like, Farragonda is soft. And then her neck just fucking snapped. What was that? What was that? You couldn't have like sent her into the dungeon so like we'd have some hope for season 2 if there's a season 2. No, they had to fucking snap her neck. And she looked dead. Like, if you look at that scene and you pause where her neck snaps, her neck is snapped. And like, disgusting. The audacity. Bring Farragonda back, I swear. Find a way to bring Farragonda back because I am pissed. I am fuming. I am Bloom. I am feeling negative emotions that make my powers erratic. Aisha, I think she was necessary. I think she was unappreciated by the girls. Even at the end, she was unappreciated. If she hadn't told the professors that Bloom and all the Winx girls were trying to get her downstairs to see Rosalind, then Rosalind would have wreaked havoc sooner. However, because she did that, it was kind of delayed. But I feel like Aisha should have said it earlier. It wasn't even her fault. The girls were just judging her. Because if Aisha told them sooner, then the professors would have stopped Rosalind from leaving, and then they would have stopped Farragonda from being snapped in the neck. I'm still not over that death. I'm still not fucking over that. Aisha deserves better. She did not deserve the slander put upon her name by the girls. Because she saved their lives. And she could have saved Farragonda's life if she acted sooner and didn't let the girls stop her. But you know what? Peer pressure, I guess. Overall, I'd give this show, season 1, like a 6.5 out of 10. It was not as bad as I thought it would. I thought it would be like a 2, maybe. Like, they'd have like some hot characters that would make up for it. It was worth like 5 hours of my time. But I think that if you watch it, have an open mind, have your standards lowered for this show, and just not expect that much from it. And it's a decent watch. I hope there's a season 2 because I'd love to see how these characters play out. I like seeing Winx Club with the angst and the sexual tension that would be warranted when they're 16 and 17 and 18. Because teenagers are teenagers, you know? It happens. Things happen. Sexual tension grows like we've seen in Riverdale. It's crazy how Bloom's born in 2004 though. How am I older than Bloom? For me, Winx Saga is to Winx Club as Shadowhunters was to the Mortal Instruments. And I don't know how to feel about that yet. But thank you guys for listening.